We're going to break this down. Actually, we're going to break it all the way down. Caitlin Clark cannot score against athletic defenders with a little bit of length to them, right? If you're extremely short, she'll light you up straight up. She's going to get enough space to light you up. If you're too tall and you don't have that athleticism, she will also light you up. She'll just go by you, right? Against people like Kalia Copper, Benaja Laney Hamilton, Jackie Young, Dejanay Carrington, she struggles, absolutely struggles. Now look at this sequence right here. Here's Caitlin Clark. They're going to run 52 screens for her. One screen right there, another screen. Got her off, Kalia Copper off her. Like, please get her off me, right? They had another one, so they're able to switch back. Kalia Copper's on her now. They're going to run another screen on Kalia Copper right there. She gets through the screen. Look at the lateral movement. Look at this. She has her in solitary confinement. She has to pull the ripcord. What type of basketball integrity is that anyway, right? How you going to pull the ripcord? We'll get to that in a second right here. But I want you to really go back through that. With people saying they're not doing enough for Caitlin Clark, as if this is the Indiana Caitlin Clarks. This makes no sense. One screen right there. Nalissa Smith pinching to get Caitlin Clark free, right? Ends up, right? Brittany Griner ends up damn near getting a free. But here you go right there. Nalissa Smith with the first pick. Right, we'll call that the first pick right there. Then run to the second one. Lexi Hull picks her as well, so then they have to switch and get Tarazi on her. So they pull the switch right there. They got exactly what they wanted out of that sequence here. Erica Wheeler with the ball. They run a pick for her, really just to get it back around so the ball can swing back around to Caitlin Clark. And I heard people say, once she passes the ball, Cletus, she never gets it back. Well, she got it back right here, right? And then what? One more pick. And Kalia Copper does a good job of staying above it, right? She got skinny through the hole, right? Got above it right there, and then it's one-on-one. When you're limited with your dribbling ability, right, you have no left hand that you can go to. This is what's going to happen to you more times than not if somebody can move laterally. Look at the lateral movement. Look at the mirroring action. Look, she's already in angles. You can see right here, right? She's about to lose the ball. She does not have that great of ball handling right then and there. And she's able to reset, start moving her feet again, and then you're going to pass it to somebody with 1 second left. You know how much time is on the shot clock. You gave up. You gave up. Instead of you coming back and having some type of mid-range game you go to or something like that, you try to pass the ball at the last second and just threw it out of bounds. Kalia Copper all fired up, all types of fired up right there for a defensive play. That's what we should be in basketball, celebrating people who play both ends of the floor. Your girl Caitlin Clark has none of these type of moments right here. She don't play defense, won't get fired up for defenses. She'll look like this too. Look at her, right? Come on, what are we doing here, right? She's all fuzzled and befuddled and everything, right? Look at it a little bit closer. I'll run it full speed. This is great defense by Kalia Copper. Look at that. You know what they did? You know what they did, right? To defend this, right? People always talking about, oh, they bring multiple players towards her, Cletus. No, she's getting picks. So her man has to still be guarded, right? So you're bringing Aaliyah Boston's man as well to her. That's the extra man. You're not getting double teamed. You can't create your own shot, so you're bringing more attention to you. But what they do is they sunk back into the passing lane. She couldn't shoot it over to Boston on the pick and roll here, so then she has to go to plan B, and she does not have one. Doesn't have the ability to get past a Kalia Copper, and that's poor right there. Just threw the ball away. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Caitlin Clark has a limited offensive bag. She struggles against elite defenders like your girl Kalia Copper, who's a very good athlete and a damn good defender, makes her make choices like this. Look at this right here. You can see her in struggle mode. She's in FEMA mode and has to just throw up a shot, right? She has to just throw up something to get Kalia Copper up off of her. Look at this right here. This is one of the few times she didn't get a screen, right? She's calling for a screen. That's pussy. I'm sorry. If you need screens all the time, your fans can't be saying you're the best anything. If you need help all the time, your fans, if you was somebody out in the streets talking about you can beat everybody's ass, but then you need your friends to always jump in and help you, nobody would take you serious. She always needs screens. Now look at this. One-on-one with no screen, what can she do against an elite defender? She drives right here, cut off, right? Can't hit a reset, right? Because a really good offensive player right now wouldn't hit a reset. you would just change direction really quick. Change direction 2 or 3 times and shake a defender loose. Nope, she resets. Kalia Copper's actually able to stay with her. She tries to turn the corner. She's not that good with her left hand at all because she can't finish with her left hand. Driving with her left hand right here and just has to throw up some bullshit, right, to see if it sticks, right, to see if it lands, as Derek Lewis once said. I just threw up some bullshit to see if it would land. She just threw up some bullshit to see if it would land.
Did you plan to open with that flying knee?
Hell no. I just said, let me throw some bullshit if it lands, and I did.
It landed perfect.
Look at that. That's terrible. Absolutely horrific right there. You got to get more to your bag than just having a step back 3 from the left side and then driving all the way to the right side. Where's the mid-range game? Where's the variation in 3, right? Can you hit a corner 3? Can you simply just sit there at a spot, have them pass you the ball, and you go straight up with the 3, right? No, not everything has to be about a 3 first and foremost. You should live in the 3 sometimes. Get all your points or most of your points in the mid-range. That'll open up your 3 game there, and it'll open up your ability to penetrate further. It makes you too unpredictable when all you do is try to work off screens and hit step-back 3s going to your left. Let's be real here. They're going to always run action anyway, whether it be Leah Boston running right here and her waiting for her to clear and try to get a little space that way, which she does, and then she tries to attack, right? But you know what Benija does as the premier defender in the league, not named Dejanay Carrington or Ryan Howard? She stays on her left. She does not want her to get to the left. So you see that Caitlin struggling because she wants to get to her left hand to do her step back, but all you do is take that away, force her to the mid-range, and she does not have a mid-range game. In the right, with the ball in her right hand, she's going to attack the basket. With the ball in her left hand, she's more than likely going to step back. That's 9 out of 10 times. So you're forcing her mid-range, and what happens right here? She has to take a bad shot. Now, I've seen her do this. I've seen her airball these before, right? As a matter of fact, I might need to grab that clip right there. But that's perfect defense by Benija, right? Not letting her get to that left hand. It's called professional basketball. There are no Wisconsins on the schedule and all these teams like that she could take advantage of, right? Every night, at least most nights, right? Some of these teams, they don't have it like that, right? But most nights you're running into professional defenders who are more athletic than Caitlin and just as lengthy, right? Caitlin's got nice size at 6 feet for a point guard. Now, this is just part 1. I'll come back. We're going to break it down, like I said, all the way down. I'm just trying to show people that Caitlin Clark is not the best player in the WNBA. Not even close. She's not, in my opinion, a top 5 player at her own position. I will put my girl from my New York Liberty above her, Sabrina Ionescu. I would put Kelsey Plum above her, Orike Ogunbale. We could go with Kennedy Carter. I think Kennedy Carter is more talented than her. She's a better 3-point shooter than Kennedy Carter, but that's it. That's it, right? Better passer. Listen, I will say this right here. She is a phenomenal passer, one of the best I've seen, period. I will give her credit for that, no doubt about that. But the rest of it, nah, she ain't got it like that, Jack, right? So Jewel Lloyd and all these people like that at the guard position, Ryan Howard and all this. There's a lot of talented women in the WNBA. And I've been a fan since 1997. I am a huge WNBA fan. I am a fanatic. I cannot tell you how many WNBA games that I've been to between some of the cities that I lived in, right? Being out here in New York, back in Washington, Atlanta. I've been everywhere with it. I love women's. I'm an almanac with this. So if you want to come talk to me about the WNBA, you better bring your shit, right? So, and keeping up with that, playing against Benija and Sabrina, right, Gardner and everything like that, you can see here. The first game they got destroyed, right? They lost by 36 points. Second game was a little bit better for her. She was 9 out of 17. She had 22 points, right? So she is a professional basketball player. You're not going to always be able to stop Caitlin Clark. Even with the limited bag, she can get hot, and they run 15,000 screens for her anyway. But going against, like, Dejanay Carrington, you can see here, right, 5 out of 11. She did pretty good on her first one. Was 17 points there. But look at a lot of the other ones, right? Against Chicago, 11 points, 8 points against Las Vegas, and Jackie Young had a lockdown the first time there. The Sparks did a good job against her right here. This was a game that I went to on a Sunday night, And right here in New York, out in Brooklyn, but Nyjah put the clamps on her right there. She was 1 for 10 in field goal attempts. She scored 3 points. 7 points against Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray both locked in on her. It was a wrap. All right, so you see, she's not necessarily dominating points-wise like people thought she would. She is having a very good year passing the ball. Her free throw shooting accounts for a lot of her points. You know what I mean? Like, without some of the free throw shooting on some of this, man, she wouldn't have topped 30 points like she did against the Sparks and some of these other things as well, right? So, great free throw shooter there. But, man, you got to admit, against lengthy defenders who can move laterally, she struggles. She just needs to add more to her bag. She'll eventually do that, but as a rookie, you cannot say that she is the top player in the league. That's asinine to begin with, but if you really break it down and all the way down, you can make a case for her not being top 5 at her own position. All right? So let's get at it.